Here we go, everybody. Continue working on this Subaru Outback. We're going to replace front brakes. Let's go ahead and get these off. The auto parts place had a few different flavors to fit it, so we're going to take a set off and take them down there and make sure we get the right size. So let's see. Let's go ahead and pop this hood. Take our cap off our reservoir here so we won't pop it. Don't know how much fluid's in it. Let's look and see. It's probably not been topped off, so it should back feed all right. So let's go ahead and let's compress this caliper in. And yeah, they make a nice tool for this, but I've always had good results out of an old big old C-clamp. This car belongs to my wife's cousin. She had an exhaust issue, but we fixed that. We did some old splatter weld on it there and put a piece of metal back on it and got it where it's actually still a little usable. And we press this caliper in just a little bit. It won't need much to get it off, and then when we get it off, we compress it the rest of the way. Let's see what size that's supposed to be. Get the little touch just over a little bit closer. Yeah, I didn't look up none of these sizes, so we're just going to guess. Let's see if by any chance a standard size fits it. Well, that is not way too big. Let's go down a little bit. Might get the metric size out. 9/16 is a little bit loose. So let's loosen all our metric wrenches here and see what we got. Actually, what have I done here? I'm gonna have to. Let's see. What is that? A 14 maybe? Looks like it. And let's dig a socket out. Let's get the other kit out of the vehicle, and we'll get the sockets out. Okay, had to come back from answering the phone, and during that process, battery also died. So we had to change battery. But that is okay. Let's see. Well, this one outer shoe looks pretty nice, but the inner shoe is wore plumb out. So let's take these to the auto parts store, make sure we get the right repair for them. It's weird. It's got little short bolts on the caliper. We got a lot of rust in here too. We might have to get some brake cleaner or something and spray on those. Let's take this old junky shoe. We're gonna go ahead and compress this caliper all the way in. hot with the back. And that's okay, it's going in. Press that side in. Like I said, they make a special tool that you put on these to do this with, but I've always had good success with OC climb. If you have the tool, that's no big deal. It's fantastic. For it being rusty like it is, it sure does press in awful easy. So, but we're still going to get some brake clean and hose them down a little bit, because there's a lot of rust in there. I'm not going to dig too much. I don't know what kind of cores those got in it. If it's got the them fake metal cores in them, or if they're metal. So we just clean them out. We go get some brake clean, people. We're going to sign off temporarily there. We're going to get some brake clean and some shoes, and we put this side on, the other side on it, and take it back to her. And we do the back brakes later. But if we can get front set on for right now and back set on, she's on limited funds, which I understand that. So we are all on limited funds, but yeah, the outside shoe, it's got some wire lift in it, but now the inside shoe is totally, it's about down to the metal. It probably ain't not even a 16th of an inch on it. So let's turn off here for the time being. We go get her some shoes and we come back. Okay, everybody, we're back from the auto parts store. We got some good brake clean there from the auto parts store. Actually, they had them on pretty good price, $7.99 for 10, so I got 2. And we got our brakes. According to these shoes, I had this car before, replaced them with Federated auto parts, which they're pretty good parts. My area don't have a Federated no more, so we went to Advance. So let's unwrap our goodies. Oh, now look at the meat on that. That's like eating steak. Let's see what we got here. Oh, and the fun we're going to have. A whole lot more meat. And these come with a limited lifetime warranty, which I will give the owner the receipt. But most of the time we just end up getting more brakes anyway. So let's see here. I may take the old brush drill and zip it in a little bit. Let's get it out here. We won't go too aggressive. I would introduce you to my supervisor, Sergeant Buddy Love, but he's over at the fence eyeballing the neighbor's little small husky. So I guess he ain't gonna get on camera. I don't think this little drill's gonna go in there. Well, not. Get a little bit of it. We don't get a whole lot of it. We'll get a little bit of it. I'm not going to hit the outside too much. I don't want to mess them seals up. I like to get that rust off from around it though. Is that dirt or is that actual seal? What's that? Might be a little bit of seal coming out right there. But that's okay. Hit it one more time. There we go. And let's go ahead and hit it. Usually when you're doing this on your brakes, like this, be sure you got some air moving, and if you can, don't breathe the dust, because you might have some bad stuff for your lungs in there. Well, might have some calipers in the next year or so, but As of right now, she's all right. Just hold that down a little bit. Get some of that junk out of it. There we go. Won't take that long for it to evaporate off. And look here, my boss is coming over. Okay. You can say hi to everybody. Let me spin you around where you can see him a little bit. So hi, so my name's Sergeant Buddy Love. I have my own side channel on the main channel. You guys go check me out. I'm this old goofy goober. So, yeah, he's a young pup. He's probably about 4 or 5 months old now, I think. So, and my neighbor behind me is parked in his driveway with his vehicle running, so you might hear that. So, that's what he's doing. Okay, and my phone's going off again. Let's see who this is. We'll be back momentarily. Look at that, but a telemarketer. These pads just snap right into the existing pads, of course. I didn't buy the premium kit, so it didn't come with new clips. But these old clips are alright, so we just hunt them babies up and push them right in. Look at there. Ain't that sweet? And let's put our... Whoop, knocked the dust shield off that other shoe. Let's put it back on. It's gonna let me take it off, ain't it? It is. Maybe take it off, put it back on. And it falls right on when I do that, okay? Let's put it back in there again. Pull it up there and snap it right back in. Yeah. 2 little small bolts on these, so her guides ain't froze up, so I don't have to work on those any. Her little sliding adjusters there. Run that one up hand tight. Get that one started. Take the old impact. Run them up a little bit. Take the socket off of this. Put it on this ratchet. We're just gonna tighten these up to our best judgment. We could go through and pull the torque specs up and break out the torque wrench, but don't put too much mojo on them. You can get them on there good, but they won't back off. If you ain't careful, you may just pop them bolts off, and then you're in a whole heap of trouble. That looks good on that one. So, I say we put the wheel back on it, and we go to the other side. Do you guys want to watch that or not? So, let's put the wheel back on and move to the other side. Get my lug nuts out here. If you guys help me get to 1,000 subscribers, we can start doing live from my cell phone. As of right now, I do these videos and I edit them and then I upload them. Or I have to bring a computer out here and have it sitting outside to do a live through the computer. But if I get 1,000 subscribers, I can start doing live from my phone. So you can help make that happen. Let's go ahead and I'm out to jack my jack up one more jack. Looks like I'm gonna have to. Which is weird, it come off all right, but yeah. Well, hold my mouth right. Trying to put the wrong hose in the wrong spot. I guess that's the issue. On these lug nuts on Subaru, they don't go really, really tight. I think about anywhere from 70 to 80 foot-pounds. I took them off this little bitty small Dewalt 20-volt impact that I had, so we may just run them back up the same way and break out a torque wrench and see what they're reading, because it brought them off pretty easy. I got to replace one of her studs on her back, because when we checked those back brakes, it snapped off on us. So we got to replace that. It was very, very weak. That's the wrong size. I keep having the same size I had. There it is. It's a 19. Now let's go ahead and get the impact out. I meant the impact. The torque wrench and see what to torque them to here. I'll momentarily be back. Did I record any of that just then? I think my recorder was off. But the impact did a pretty good job. Torque wrench did on 90 pounds and it did a pretty good job, so we're going to leave it at 90 pounds. So this side is done. Let's move our tools and goodies to the other side and we'll take it off and work on it. Let's just see this impact to break this side loose like it did the other. Well, I get right. Suck it on there, Mike. Yeah, that's right. Broke her right loose. That one may not come off. That one is. That one we're going to have to take off with a ratchet. Yeah. So that's a little bit past my impact range there. Not by much though. Let's jack her up. We are now off the ground. If you guys ain't got no impacts in, like you can still do this with all hand tools, even the lug wrench that comes with the car, or get you with more 4-way lug wrenches. But if you can work on your own car, save a little bit of money, do it. You know, but if you ain't real sure, you know, pay somebody, or if you want to attempt it, get somebody to help you, get a buddy to help you. Get your cell phone out and take pictures of before and all that good stuff so you know where everything goes. And there's other YouTube videos available too you can watch. We got to compress it a little bit. I think that was a 14. only tools I have to have for this job. Of course, I got a 4-wheel wrench in case I needed it. Of course, a torque wrench is optional. If you guys don't come plumb crazy and wring your bolts off and get them nice and good snug, you probably can get by without using a torque wrench. Because I had a drill with a brush on it, don't even have to have that. 14mm socket, and I used a 19mm socket for the lug nuts. And I had a screwdriver in case I needed it. See, these ain't ain't too tight. You know, they're just snubbed up real good. So, I think with the brake clean, I got 2 cans of brake clean and the brake shoes, cost me about $60-some at my local auto parts store here in Big Stone Gap. You might get online, even cheaper than that. Of course, they had other options too. They had a lower price one that they was out of. These had limited lifetime warranty on them. Keep your receipts and stuff in case something goes wrong with them. You know, brake shoes can come apart. Yeah, this has got kind of rusty into it. Look at that. Crazy. Just pop these off. Falls right off. This one looks like it's in the same shape the other side was. The outer one has got more meat on it than the inner one. Let's get another little drill out here. This one's not as rusty as the driver's side was. Oh, what about that on? I'm not being too aggressive on these because I don't know what these inner cores of these are made of. There's a generic kind that's like a fake metal that's supposed to radiate heat better. They're really bad to crumble. Reason why I've always pushed them back in with a brake shoe. Some of the metal ones you can just take a clamp and put them on directly, but I wouldn't recommend that if you can help it. Because usually a brake pad like this, you know, old brake pad, push them in. You're not going to do anything to them. And they should push in real easy. Don't forget to loosen your brake reservoir cap, because I have had it happen to me before too. We not take that cap and back pressure would break your cap. Pop your cap off or pop your plastic housing on your brake reservoir. This one wasn't too bad on being dirty. It had rust in it like the other one did, but not nearly as bad. We're still going to hose it down with the brake clean. Anyway, get some of that junk out of it. But now, I don't think I showed you guys these pads. Now, these are a whole lot thicker pad. Here's the outside pad, and here's your inside pad. This has actually got more meat on it than the other side does. I changed it. So, but got little guides here on the back, on the front too. They just fall right into place. Get the rust out from under it first. Where I knocked that rust in it, it's all behind there. So there we go. One side just falls right in. There you go. Pop it right into place. And front one's the same way. Pops it right into place. Get your bolts back. Be careful and don't turn this into a knot, twist it too much, because now it will cause it to fail. And a lot of times if you do have brake issues, it could be your caliper, it could be this hose here going into your frame. They decompose from the inside out, so a lot of times you don't even know they're messing up until they mess up. A lot of times you have good brakes, but they won't release and your brakes are drag. But it also could be a caliper issue too. So if you're having brake issues, them grabbing and getting really, really hot, that could be what the issue could be. And it could be in the line too. So there's a splitter under the frame that splits off 2 different directions. Sometimes they get stopped up with junk too. So let's snug these back up. Well, wrong direction. Wrong direction again. 3rd time's the charm. Okay, take this socket off. I don't know why my supervisor, Buddy Love, ain't helping me. He's over here sniffing everything else, grass and eating rocks, and he's just not supervising at all. We'll get the extension on that one. Trying to eat the neighbor's flowers. She won't like that. And there we go, people. Both left and right front brakes. Let's put our wheel back on. If you guys want to see more videos like this, comment below. I've got other projects lined up. I have a van project that I started to do, but I might put it on hold. My Jeep is getting close to a routine maintenance on timing chain. Actually, it's already past the specified mileage, so we may have to go ahead and check that out first, and maybe do a replacement on that first for preventive maintenance, because my Jeep has not got an interference motor in it. So if the timing chain does go off, it can mess my valves up in my head, and that I don't want to have to replace. So if you can do any preventing maintenance, change your oil and oil filters and air filters and all that good stuff. And I know I'm rambling on, but guys, if you can do anything to help yourself get more mileage out of your car, they ain't cheap. Any little bit helps. Well, that moved just a little bit, get a little bit more. That's good. And with those, I can see it. Let's get some bonus footage here of my fearless supervisor eating a rock. Don't know why he does it, but he likes them. I guess a rock a day keeps the doctor away, I guess. I thought it was apples myself, but no problem. And my focus is going out. Now he wants to get nosy with the camera. Guys, thanks for watching. We're going to sign off.